What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Terry Duran, and today I'm going to be talking about this concept of the one. You know, people talk about this all the time. It comes up in all kind of quotes and memes. You know, it's written in all kind of stories about love and movies, etc. But it's really a fictional concept. When you break down the things that it actually takes to make a relationship work, right? Well, what are they? Communication. You have to be able to communicate effectively. Now, that's obviously something that takes some work and requires some effort, but we're capable of doing it, right? So you have to be able to communicate effectively in order to have a healthy relationship with anybody, whether that's business, whether that's a friend, cousin, family member, etc. All right, so you have to have problem resolution skills or conflict resolution. There are going to be some conflicts. There are going to be misunderstandings. How do you handle them? Do you disrespect somebody? Are you passive aggressive? How do you deal with unexpected situations and misunderstandings, etc.? There's a wide variety of ways people can respond to those type of things, and typically how you respond to those type of things or handle those type of situations determine whether you'll be able to tolerate or deal with the person over time. You obviously have to have some level of physical attraction. Now, that's something that's going to change and evolve over time, but most people are reasonable or have realistic expectations about how a person should look at 20, 30, 40, 50, etc. And if a person is putting effort into watching what they eat or exercising or making sure that they look attractive, they should be able to maintain their spouse's attraction to them unless something drastic or unforeseen happens. You also need to be able to deal with crisis. You need to have the perspective that the person that you're with, that you're married to, sees you as an ally and is working with you to resolve issues, right? So let's just assume that a person has those main criteria. They can communicate their needs, they're a good listener, they're reasonable, rational people, right? There are several people in the world that they would likely be compatible with. Somebody that they could get along with, somebody that they would have mutual interest with. They like similar things, they go to similar places, they live a similar lifestyle. But there are also other factors that play a role into who you end up with, fate, etc. Luck plays a major part in dating. So it's not necessarily there's this only one person on earth that you could possibly be happy with or be in a healthy relationship with. There are several people that you likely could be compatible with, but there are also other factors that play into that. Location. The world's a very big place. The people that you're compatible with may not be in your immediate surroundings. They may not be in your small town. They may not be in your part of the city, etc. So you may not actually physically come into contact with them. So there are other factors that play into who you end up meeting, who you end up dating. The timing matters, right? You could meet somebody while they still in the middle of dating somebody, they still in love with somebody else, or when you meet somebody plays a big role. But we see in today's society a lot of people treat a person not wanting what they want at the time that they want it. They view that negatively, so they block you. Oh, you're not ready for a relationship, then we don't need to be nothing, or we don't need to talk at all. Like, they kind of have this negative attitude over that concept, which is really unfair. But back to the original topic, this whole idea of the one. That's kind of a idea that hopeless romantics believe in. Because think about it, right? So if somebody that we're talking about has the basics, they're attractive, they got a good job, they're a good parent, they cool to hang out with, they got their priorities in order, etc. So let's say they got married, and they've been married for 5 or 6 years, and then for some reason they end up divorced. Their spouse could pass away in a car accident. Their spouse could get caught cheating and leave them. They could, for whatever reason, they end up single again. Do you think somebody that fits that criteria is going to struggle to find somebody else that wants to date them? They're attractive. They got a good job. They fun to hang out with. They cool. If they have those criteria, they're never going to struggle to find people that are willing to put energy into spending time with them, hanging out, communicating, and having sex. So the idea that there's only this one, the one, like that contradicts a lot of things that we see in everyday life. We see people, we've heard of stories, and we have terms like love triangle that let us know that people are capable of loving or having feelings for more than one person. They can be in a conflict. Man, do I like my new girl, or do I try to make it work with my baby mama? You know what I'm saying? Like there's all type of conflicts where people can have feelings for more than one person. It don't make you a bad person. It don't mean you doing something wrong. It don't mean you dogging people out. It means we're human. We can love more than one family member. We can love more than one team. We can love more. We can have more than one children and love them all. Why are we not capable of loving or having feelings for more than one person? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't reflect the world that we see around us, right? And so when we're talking about these concepts like the one, it's rhetoric that a lot of women are, and a lot of people, men, there are a lot of men that believe in this stuff too. But there is something that a lot of people already believe in. So it's something that the people that pander and tell people what they already want to hear, the hopeless romantics, they can just use it and throw it around and flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that they say, if they reference the one, the one will do this. The one, they can do that because it's a made up concept. The one won't have a problem with it. Oh, he just had a problem with it because he's not the one. Like, they can use that however they want because it's fake. There ain't no such thing as the one. You know what I mean? Like, there's and if you're doing something or you're behaving in a way where majority of the people that you date or the people that experience it have a problem with it, that's usually a good indication that your behavior is the problem. People that are reasonable, rational, that have mutual respect, effective communication, etc., don't typically have those type of problems. People don't feel that type of way about experiencing it, or people don't want to cut them off or refuse to continue experiencing their dating, what they get from dating them. So the whole idea of the one is something that it gets thrown around so much, it creates this cloud of happily ever after and this perfect scenario, and it feeds into kind of this current mentality that people have about dating and relationships, where they just don't expect turmoil, they don't expect real conflict, they think everything's supposed to be all good, and every time there's a conflict or a problem, they suggest the person breaks up or divorce their partner. Like, so that type of mentality, when you have these type of vague terms like the one that don't really have any true meaning or no set definition, it just keeps a lot of people confused and gives the panderer some more fluff or some more cliches or quotes that they can give people that people have to try to figure out themselves. They have to try to define themselves, and truth be told, there's no real definition to those terms. So hopefully this will help put y'all in context. Y'all have to learn to treat the concept of the one, just treat it like it's a nice saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't treat it as if it's something tangible that you're actually seeking or pursuing, because you're searching for something that's impossible to ever really achieve. So hopefully this helps some people get a better understanding of this whole concept of the one, and y'all learn something in the process. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and share the video.